Perfect. Thank you. So I'm just going to start off with a couple of things. So this week I'm coming to Riyadh uh, on Monday. Monday morning I'm landing. So there are a few things on the agenda. So number one, I'll be going to King Faisal Specialist Hospital and Research Center. As I told you guys, oh good, Haifa's here too. So as I told you guys, we are having a clinical trial pilot with them. So we have to go through the paperwork. Finally, I've been able to track down Dr. Yara, who's supposed to review our submission, and she's going to review it, and I'm going to discuss it with her when I go next week. The next step is one meeting with the clinical trial department, and then there's a 14-page submission that we have to do, but they're going to do it for us. They're going to help us through it. So, inshallah, we're looking forward to starting all that in the next couple of months or so. As soon as it starts, then they're going to give us data. As soon as they give us data, we're going to retrain our AI models on that data, on Saudi data. And then the clinical trial process starts, whereby they give us patients and their MRIs, fMRIs. We give them a diagnostic report, and then there's a wait and watch period for 6 months where they see if our diagnosis matches what's actually going on with the patient. So, and then inshallah, if that works out, then we head towards SFDA approval. So the next 12 months or so are very crucial for this whole thing. But Azam's and the team, rest of the team, are so far doing a great job, and they're researching, and you're going to see some progress. Next week, I'll share some. Oh, Audrey's here. Hey, Audrey. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hello. Can you hear me?
Nice. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I'm late.
That's all right. That's all right. I know it's Friday evening, so you're probably looking forward to the weekend.
No, no, that's all. I'm in the Ministry of Health, so there is some meeting, so I have to just go out for the meeting just to call you and all the students.
Okay, okay, not a problem. So I'll just quickly introduce you to everyone. So we have our AI lead Azam over here. So he's the one who's the solution architect for us, and he's designing the diagnostic tool for detecting Alzheimer's. He was just telling us before you came how we're reverse engineering now, and from MRIs and fMRIs, we're able to predict. The model is able to predict whether a person has amyloid status or tau tangles present. So you don't have to go for the amyloid PET scan. So it saves time, saves money. It's not invasive. So from a simple MRI, we're now able to reverse engineer. So that's quite a major breakthrough. You're going to be hearing more about it in the next couple of months or so. I was just
Great.
telling them how I'm going to Riyadh on Monday now. So we have a meeting at King Faisal Specialist Hospital and Research Center. We're going for the clinical trial pilot over there. So there's meetings and paperwork that we're going through. That should be starting this summer as well. So there's a couple of exciting developments from our end. And we've got students here from Almaarefa University in Riyadh. So, like I told you, we're running training programs for a couple of universities. We're doing a program for King Saud University where we have established an AI lab as well. And this is our second program with Almaarefa University. So, we've got some bright students here. The call is also recorded, and we upload the session on YouTube because there's a lot of people whose schedules don't match and who then can go on later and review the video. So I'll hand it over to you, Audrey. I told everyone you'd be coming today. We're excited to know more about what you're doing, what your organization is doing, what you feel about Alzheimer's and Saudi Arabia, and how you came to know about Neurocognitive AI, about us, and everything. So please go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm very happy and excited also to be there and to discuss with you. So I'm Audrey Gabelle. I'm professor of neurology. I work in France. I have developed like a lot of clinical research because I'm a neurologist by training, but I have also done like a PhD in US in biomarker, in particular in early AD and neurodegenerative disorder. So I lead the memory center in France. France, Excellence Neurodegenerative European Center. I have also belonged to a lot of consortium related to prevention, to prediction. And more recently, I have been trained with the Columbia University and also Harvard Medical School to AI and digital tools, and in particular for the implementation of AI and digital tools in early phase in prediction of patient at risk in terms of cognitive decline and also in precision medicine. So I have also take part of the intuition study with Apple and Biogen, and when I was in Boston, work with pharma. To be able to analyze at a population level with the smartphones, the ability to detect individual at risk and to propose to them a tele-research consultation for the validation of the diagnosis and also biomarker in order to give them access to new treatment and innovative therapeutics. And I work also a lot in terms of AI model for prediction and also startup and pharma. So I make some consultancy for startup and pharma. Of course, in more the neuroscience space, but with really aim to make the links between the implementation of all these tools in real life. Because as I continue to see a lot of patients each week, it's what is very important. It's like each research serves the patient at the end. So we need also to build all the research project, all the tools to be able to have make the difference for patient in particular at the early stage, in particular for the prediction of cognitive decline, and in particular for the ability with new treatment to make precision medicine, to really to pass from the fit for growth aspects and for the fit for all treatment to very precision and personalized treatment and strategy. So that's why I also develop a lot of collaboration with startup, including what you are learning today and all the development with MRI and prediction of amyloid and tau. I think it's very, very relevant that you can also learn from different companies that are working at an international level and working also with the Canada aspects. They develop a lot in terms of Alzheimer plan and the access to innovative treatment. And I'm also totally convinced because there is also a part for the woman leadership. So I'm totally convinced that women can do a lot in this field, in particular in terms of collaborative aspect. Sometimes it's harder when you are a woman, in particular in neuroscience and in particular in AI and digital tools to be able to promote your careers and research projects. And but it's also a lot of opportunity because between women we can also share a lot of information, a lot of like leadership aspect. It's a total different leadership that we can bring to research and also to medicine. Yes, I'm very happy that we can collaborate. We initiate with my institution and Ahmad collaborative aspect in research projects. So we will. I'm really happy and I really want to be more involved in the research project that you are also developing in Saudi because you are a great country. You develop already a lot and we need to collaborate more to be able to bring to your population and to increase the awareness globally. About Alzheimer disease, but also about like cognitive frailty or even like patient at risk. And what I also more recently interesting is like the ApoE4 carriers. So how we can also identify those individuals to be able to have some specific treatment because they are the participants that are at higher risk to develop Alzheimer Alzheimer disease. So if you have any question, please just ask me. We can also be in touch. So I let Ahmad make the connection between us. I think it's very, very important that you can have some support, and also that you can learn for all the different biotech that have also a mindset in terms of collaboration and in terms of academic collaboration.
Thank you so much, Audrey. That's very well spoken, very um, eloquently put. I think you covered all the bases, and you're very, very right. Especially when you speak about Alzheimer's and the kind of work that you've done and the background and experience you have. You've worked with the top hospitals and universities all over the world in the US and Europe. And you're very, very right. Since you have a specialization in biomarkers, I think you've hit pinpoint on the mark that it is very imperative that we start diagnosing Alzheimer's from simple MRIs and fMRIs by studying amyloid and PET and tau pathology, so that we can make lives easier for the doctors and the patients, especially. And as we would love to have you on board with our research and development from a research perspective, because you've got so much in-depth and experience on the topic and you're specialized in it. We'll definitely get you on board and get you connected with not only our AI leads, but our students as well, so that the students can also take advantage of these conversations that we have with you. Set. I know I sent you a collaboration document. Maybe you can go through it. We can talk about that further as well. But in any case, we'll send over our research paper that we're working on right now, so you can review it. You can act as a contributor as well, or as a reviewer. It's up to you. We'd love to welcome you over there. I'll send you the presentation slide deck as well, the technical one that we're preparing, because I'm going to King Faisal Hospital next week for the clinical trial department meeting. So I'm going to present over there. So I'll send you the same presentation so that you're also on board. And you're very, very right that a lot of people, a lot of companies, and researchers are doing research on this, but it's high time that that research now translates into practical activity that can actually benefit the patients. So King Faisal Hospital, that's the primary reason I came from Canada to Saudi Arabia, because in Canada I was not getting the support. It was like a lot of paperwork that you had to go through. But when I came to Saudi Arabia, the ministry put me in touch with King Faisal Hospital, and King Faisal Hospital said, you know what, do the clinical trials over here. We'll help you with the Saudi FDA approval as well, so that we can deploy the solution at our hospital and can start helping the patients. We don't want it to be just a research paper that, that winds up on someone's desk in someone's drawer. We want this to be a solution that is applied. A lot of researchers, well, they do very good research and everything, but that commercial aspect is missing. It's not easy because you have to invest time and money and go through the regulations and the doctors and hospitals. We've been working on it for 2 years now, and it is going to take another at least 12 to 18 months before we can start commercializing this solution. So not a lot of people are willing to invest that amount of time and energy and money into something that might not start paying you anything for another 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But it's about time that someone took the step. So we're taking that step right now. And that's why we're onboarding specialists like yourself who can contribute to it. We'll invite you to Saudi Arabia as well. And you can meet all the doctors. We'll get you in touch with them remotely as well. So Dr. Faisal Al Otaibi, the head of the neuroscience center at King Faisal Specialist Hospital and Research Center. We'll get you in touch with him. He's on board. He's helping us, and a lot of other researchers as well. So that there's a flow of information from both ends as well, from Europe to Saudi Arabia and vice versa, so that it can help you. We'll give you access to our tool as well, so that you can research with it. You can add to it. It'll help you as well with your research, and vice versa. And then about the women empowerment program, you're very right. Saudi Arabia is very, very big on women empowerment right now. So they're promoting women in all culturally, in a corporate manner, in the corporate world, in the ecosystem. They're giving them jobs. Even on this call, we've got 11, 12 people on this call right now. I think seven are women right now. So that just shows you That just shows you what sort of an integral part women are playing in the Vision 2030. The Saudi perspective, it's called the Vision 2030. They have this plan whereby by 2030 they want to have all these AI projects going on and women participating. That's why the a training program that we are doing at King Saud University, it is all women. This one is mixed genders, but that one is all women. And that's how we got connected to them because they said, we'll
No,
give you
but
space.
man is good also. It's not just about women. Sometimes it's good to have both, of course, but
Yeah.
it's harder for women. And in particular, as I say, in neuroscience, it's harder, but like in AI and everything, like there, it's potentially harder, like again. So at each step, there is a sort of like ceiling effect.
Yeah.
So that's why we need also to support, and even like men can also support women. It's not only woman to woman. So of course, and the ability, the mindset, it's also totally sometimes different. So the ability to collaborate and to bring a project together with the different view and different expertise, because as you say, for AI, there is a specific expertise, but if you work on a prediction of MRI with AI, you need to have expertise on MRI. You need to have also expertise in clinical question, because you could have the best ever AI model. If it doesn't answer to a specific clinical question, it's good for publication, it's good for paper, but it will not very be implemented or even have a sense of doing something or change the words and change the patient lives. So also have continuously in mind to say it's for patient at the end, or of course it depends of what you are building, of course, but if it's in medicine, you need to think about the usage, the implementation, the data privacy, and so there is the ethical aspect, the ability for equity of access, because with AI and digital tools, as you say, you could have MRI, but for example, in many countries, we will not have a PET scan for amyloid. It's like more expensive. Um, in some countries, CSF, it's more difficult to perform. In some countries, even blood tests, it's not easy to have. And in the diagnosis aspect and the diagnosis pathway of AD, usually you have the MRI to make sure that they don't have tumors, they don't have stroke. So MRI, it's also central in terms of the diagnosis flow. But you need to have a lot of expertise, and that's why I think it's very rich. This type of pathways, this type of understanding of what is going on in this type of fields. It's very, very interesting. It is moving fast, but in addition, it's a lot of different expertise, and the ability to combine the different expertise. It's also very relevant when you want to learn each day new aspect and everything. More you work in a very complex thematics, more it's interesting to bring a different expertise. Ahmad, are you there?
I think Sir Ahmad is not is offline. I think so. I think he should rejoin now.
So do you have maybe some question in the meantime that like Ahmed
Yeah,
is
yeah,
connecting?
yeah. My name is Azam Rashid, and I am doing as a senior AI engineer in NCAI. Majority of model I am leading some other my team colleagues, and recently Sir Ahmed also told you that I am making a model for reverse engineering, we integrating the MRI and FMR results from PET and tau. And recently, I am doing too much work on that. And Especially the idea is that we made some agentic thing through the MCP connectors, because the MCP tools are very popular rather than the other things, because we are moving to the agentic world, and in the agents through MCP connector we also access the many data coherents, like not downloading, just assessing their APIs and other schemas. And our idea is that after making 2 years, we are also built 2 year 3 models on the MRI and fMRI for the classification of Alzheimer disease, and also the interpretation on explanation AI. And in future we also build the agentic framework, in which we also train the VLM, visual language model. You know that it's more popular recently. Medjama and other private organization work on the LLMs, but you know that the much computation power and much resources are needed for build very top level LLM. But the idea is that we use the open source VLM and fine tune on the Alzheimer's, and after that we integrate such model from our agents and implement in the hospitals for our agent as a SaaS application, a combination of SaaS application, because in all the hospitals and other organization, the SaaS is also used as a CMS, yeah, other systems. The idea is that we implement our model as a SaaS and integrate them through a co-pilot, which is basically a agentic co-pilot, integrate different coherents, and after getting the results from model, they interpret them for different LLMs like MedJama and MedSleep and other LLMs. And we also hope that we build a VLM and also integrate that, and after make some reliable reports. We justify that, as you also known that in case of healthcare, there is no chances of error in the reports. The accuracy is more important from medical health point of view, because if you are not diagnosing the things, especially the true positive and true negative things, and other thing regarding from the accuracy of the model, the credibility of your model is not up to the mark. And I show that
Yeah,
I am
that's very
also
true,
researching.
actually. Yeah, that's very true. Sorry, I'm just going to add something, Azam. That's very true. Sorry about the break in the middle. I just lost power, so the generator takes 5 minutes to kick in for the Wi-Fi to come back. So you're very right, especially about the Alzheimer's blood test that is out there as well. So I know it is very new and it is not available everywhere, obviously, the blood test for Alzheimer's. But there's a lot of false positives and false negatives over there as well. So if you dive deep into it, it could be Alzheimer's, but it could be another form of dementia. So it doesn't really tell you, and it just requires further testing as well. Another thing, Audrey, that you mentioned, it's very, very true that usually I've seen a lot of research in Alzheimer's and applications of AI to it. But a lot of people who are doing it are either AI experts who
Mm,
build the perfect model, but from a neuroscience perspective, it doesn't make sense. And then some people are experts in neurology and Alzheimer's, but they have very little grasp on AI and they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know how it works. So you've got these two different teams who are experts in their own respective fields. But now what we are trying to do is we are trying to provide a common platform for experts from both areas to come together so
Great.
that the final product that is made is actually something that doctors can use. So for example, Azam generated our first diagnostic report in November or December. Now I'm chasing neurologists to look at it and tell me, because he did it from an AI perspective. From his perspective, it's okay. But now I want neurologists to look at it and tell me, what's missing, what's not right, is the labeling correct? Are the tables and the figures adding up? What's wrong with it? How can we fix it? What does your ideal report look like from a neurologist's perspective? And if I give you that perfect template, what is that template? So
Yeah.
now these are the questions now that we're chasing neurologists after, so that we build something for them that has their input, and the final product is something that they are on board with. We don't want to
And
build something and give it to them and they say, "Oh, it's useless for us." So that doesn't help anyone, right? So especially, and that's especially why we want to connect with organizations and individuals like yourself. So like I told you previously, you can come on from your company side. You can come on as an individual researcher, as you are comfortable, and we'll send you all our research, the research papers, and our perspective on how we're chasing it, and then we'll set up regular meets with you. We'll set up a
yes, yes,
we-
it will be very, very great. I totally agree. And the Azad, what you are building, it's very, very interesting. And what we need is like a share a common language because we are working with like LLM and a different model. And but like in medicine and in AI and in other like stats or like business parts. So each expert has his own language, has his own definition of what is his Alzheimer, what is his cognitive complaint, what is it like a good accuracy of the model, what kind of model we can use. If it's like, of course, like we can like explainable AI, if it's better or not better, like agent. So we really need to build a community that's have the same or share the same objectives, the same language, also to be able to translate our clinical question, our needs, the patient needs, and from you, what you could do with the different model, what the model is better, is more relevant for your site, what you think is better to do. So we wait, and for this part, it's missing. There is a lot of people that are working on AI, and in the other part, a lot of like medicines that want to do AI. But what we need is to merge and create bridge inside the community, to have really like tools that are useful at the end.
Yeah, that's very true. Creating the tools that the whole community can use, and just giving back to the community, giving them your updates and taking their progress, and so that everyone prospers out of this. So this is very good. Audrey, how should I connect you to Azam and everyone else? What's the most convenient manner? Should I just give them your email, or should we make a WhatsApp group?
Yeah, I
What are
think
you?
WhatsApp group will be fine. My email is also fine. So if you have like,
Perfect.
if you want, we describe some research project. If you have some question about like what we can do, or even on your own research project, what seems more relevant.
Perfect.
Yeah, in a clinical point of view, and also because what I think it's like you need to create also some expertise, and it's totally what you are doing with your training and what you building with your community. It's like to be able to find people that could share opinion, could share information all together, because it will be a collaborative effort at the end. You could be like the brightest people, but if you are alone, facing the challenge that we need to face in this type of chronic disorder, in this type of like disease in our country, but in Europe or in US or everywhere, we need to collaborate. So
Yes,
it's like
100%,
mandatory.
100%. Yeah, there's a saying in our country. It says one person is one person, but if you add one and one, it's not two. One and one is 11.
Yes,
So
exactly. So we have the same sentence. It's like when you are alone, you go fast, but
yeah,
when you are with other people, you go further. So
yeah,
it's like
yeah, 100%. 100%, 100%. No, this is very good. And this is a very fruitful discussion today. I'm glad you came. So I will make a WhatsApp group. I will connect you. I will send you my details on LinkedIn so we can just make a connection over there. I will add Azam to it as well. And then we'll start sharing stuff. We'll share our diagnostic report as well. Maybe you can have it reviewed
Yes.
for us. And the research paper and everything. I think this is the start of something very good. We can connect resources from our part of the world to Europe and to yourself, obviously in France. And I think I'm very happy about today's call again. Thank you so much for joining in.
Yeah,
And
no, thank you, and I hope you are all safe also in your area. And I'm also totally convinced that if we are able to collaborate with different people all over the world, there is more peace.
yeah,
Things like
i-
a lot of peace actually.
inshallah, inshallah, 100%. Yeah, we're safe. I'm actually traveling to Riyadh next week, and then I'm going to Dubai later. So hopefully it should be okay.
Yeah, no, no, good, good, good. So take care, take care, all of you.
Thank you, Audrey. Thank you. I'll be in touch. Thank you.
Thank you, and good work.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye. So, Mr. Azam, I think that was a good meeting. I think he's exactly the type of researcher that you were looking for. And I think with their expertise and their organization and their resources, I think it is going to be good for our development as well. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah. The Ordney also know about the things are going on, especially the recent technology like the BLM, LLM, and agentic things, and
Mm,
also the modalities, especially the PET amyloid and PET tau.
mm,
And I think hope so that inshallah we collaborate and share over things. The main things that I feel that many peoples are um, uh, doing on the research, but they are, as you say, that not applying the research on the practical way.
mm,
I also, when I also collaborate such like people, I also give the GUI, and these peoples told that they upload their regions MRI and other things and apply the results. This is better way to analyze our product and also getting the data, because when somebody upload the things on our portal, the MRIs and other fMRIs and other regions data are also collecting the way the people collect the data. Similarly, that the Gmail doing that, and other top big guns like the OpenAI and other LLMs, they are not giving the access freely. The main purpose that the tune over LLM also getting the data. The main purpose is that, and
mm.
also utilizing such technique for analyzing our product and also getting the data.
Great, great. So let's start the session today.
Okay, wait a minute. I
Yep.
share my screen. Okay, I share it. Uh, I think so. My screen is share.
Yep. Um,
Okay.
I can see it. Azam, how
Yeah,
many
yeah.
slides do you have today for the presentation?
It's 45 slides.
Oh, that's good. That's good because we already took up half an hour because of Audrey, but I think it was a very good conversation with her. So that's okay. Please go ahead.
Yeah, are you seeing my screen?
Yes, I can see it. Yes.
Okay. Now the today agenda of our presentation is that something, because the people are new and some people are old and some people also know about MRIs and fMRIs and practical doing that in somewhere else in their
Uh,
hospitals. And
Azam, before you move ahead, do you mind if I speak about this slide because I want to practice for my uh, meeting with Dr. Yara as well next week. So let me speak, and then if I'm wrong anywhere, then you can correct me. Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, okay, guys, thanks. Okay, guys, so as you know about Alzheimer's, it develops in the brain. It has symptoms like you start forgetting stuff. And then there's cognitive decline. You're unable to do basic things, and it gets worse and worse. There are different stages to it. There's early onset of Alzheimer's. It's called MCI, mild cognitive impairment. Impairment means that you can't function properly. And then it goes to early onset, then Alzheimer's, then advanced Alzheimer's, and there's different stages of it. Okay. But what is Alzheimer's? It's a disease in the brain. But what does it actually do? How do you actually catch it? What happens in the brain? What does it do to the brain? Think of it this way. Think of it like a termite. You know how wooden items, items made of wood and tree, it gets that termite sometimes that starts eating it slowly. And then it can eat away an entire tree. You guys get it at home sometimes in wooden products, especially, right? So it's like that disease. It's like an insect. It's just eating away. And think of it this way, that it starts eating the brain up to the point that it just destroys everything. Person cannot do anything at the end, right? But what does it happen? What does it actually do? So there are different parts of the brain that that are affected by Alzheimer's. So brain atrophy, which is mentioned over here, number one, that's a biomarker. So a biomarker is think of it as a feature of the brain that you can focus on, and that biomarker is going to tell you whether the person has Alzheimer's or not. So, brain atrophy, so there's a part of the brain which is called hippocampus. Okay, so what the hippocampus is, it is targeted by Alzheimer's, and what it does is it starts eating away at it. So, that part of the brain, the hippocampus, it starts reducing in size, it starts shrinking. When it starts shrinking, it's called brain atrophy. Atrophy means shrinkage. It is shrinking, it means it is being eaten away. Okay, it is being eaten away. That is why it is going down in size. And that is when the person starts experiencing problems. Okay, they start forgetting things, they start not being able to do simple things. Think of it this way, you live in a house or in an apartment, and you've got electrical wiring everywhere, which connects everything with the sockets and the plugs and the fans and the AC and the TV and the lights. So if someone goes like a mouse or something and starts eating away at the wiring, everything will go bad. The lights won't turn on, there will be short circuiting. Exactly the same with Alzheimer's. There are connectivity in the brain, there's wiring in the brain that goes bad. Okay. So you need to know about the hippocampus, you need to know about brain atrophy, which is the shrinkage. Then, how do you catch it? MRIs can catch brain atrophy, which is shrinkage. Now, how our system is good with it? It is able to catch even slight 0.1 millimeter, it can catch. The naked eye cannot catch it that much. That's why a doctor looks at the MRI, says it's okay. But our system, if you give it an MRI, even from the past 3 or 4 years of the same patient, it'll give you a comparative pinpoint result. Okay, you know what? There's minor shrinkage in the hippocampus right now, but this is going to develop into Alzheimer's. That is how it can predict the future. It can predict if you will get Alzheimer's or not. Now, fMRI is slightly different to MRIs. fMRI is like a active action MRI. It gives you a series of images, like to check the reaction of the brain. So that focuses on the neuronal connectivity within the brain. That is the wiring of the brain, like a wiring, electrical wiring in in the house. So this is the wiring in the brain. So it will check if there's anything that is missing in that wiring. It's anything that is causing problem in the wiring. So that is also a very important factor, which is caught by fMRIs. Okay. Again, with the naked eye, you look at fMRI, you might not be able to judge it. But with our system, once you give it the fMRI, it's going to give you a complete result, complete mapping and analysis of the brain. Now, what is Alzheimer's and what does it do to the brain? Coming back to that question. So, what happens in the brain is, and all over the body, there's protein in the body. Okay. So, you eat something, you get protein, the body breaks it down, it gets flushed out of the body, then you eat more protein. And then it makes the more protein, it breaks the protein, it flushes it out, then you get more protein. Okay. Similarly, with the brain normally makes protein, and that protein is two types of protein. So one is called amyloid and one is called tau. Okay. So these are two different types of protein that is made in the brain. Now, in a normal brain, that protein is broken down, and then Azam, can you please go on mute? So that protein is broken down, and then the brain makes more protein again, and again gets broken down, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, in a brain that is got Alzheimer's disease, what happens is the protein gets made, but it is not broken down. It gets accumulates in the brain. Okay. It starts accumulating in the brain, and then it starts eating the brain. So that's amyloid and tau, two different types of protein. What tau does is it eats the brain and sort of makes these tangles in the brain. So that's why it's called tau tangles as well. Now, in the current state of the art, how do you catch this? How do you know if a brain has amyloid protein buildup or tau buildup? MRI will not catch it. fMRI will not catch it. You have to go through a specialized exam, which is called an amyloid PET scan. It costs 12,500 reals in King Faisal Hospital right now. It is difficult. It is not for every patient. If you qualify for it, you can have it. It involves the injection of a radioactive tracer into your blood. It travels all the way up to your brain. Then you do a PET scan, and if there's amyloid or tau in your brain, it is going to show up as a red spot over there in the scan. It's a difficult exam, but that's the only way to catch it. What change are we bringing? What we are doing is from a simple MRI or fMRI, we're able to predict we're able to predict if the brain has amyloid or tau status right now. So that is a very, very big revolutionary change. Like Audrey was telling you as well, that is the future. So that means there's no 12,500 real test. There's no injection of biotracer into the patient, and our system can catch it much sooner with a simple MRI. So that's essentially the gist of it, the essence of this slide. Azam, back to you. Next slide, please. You're on mute.
Now the next slide is that the all the things are the all the data, all the modalities in the form of some formats, and normally the two formats are very famous. The machine normally the most of the machines are trained on the DICOM formats because DICOM is the first format for the MRI modalities visualization, and now because the DICOM files are multiple files, now the researcher make another format like Nifty format, and Nifty format extension is NII. Basically, the Nifty format collaboratively collect all the small DICOM image in one major file, which normally the MRI depends on the slices, and all the slices are in 3D view. Normally, the views x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis view, and the Nifty file are supported the 3D view, and the other extension is ni.gz. Basically, this is the zip format. If the your Nifty file is too much high, then you compress that. This format is also applied that, and the purpose is that you will automatically reference the images when the doctor views some visualization tool. They view that in the naked eye for the visualization by zooming, by rotating, and other things. Similarly, the second thing, modality MRI, it's also available in Nifty format, and other format. It is not a common format because this is a specialized format, safety, especially for fMRI, and the other modality DTI, because DTI is not normally used because these are used for some specific testing point of view, like when you analyze the MRI in the white matter, because the MRI belongs to two matters, gray matter and white matter. When you trace that the how much the white matter in your brain, then you apply the DTI images, because these pictures are not like clear view. These are like fluid view, because the fluid area, or the main purpose is to judge the fluid area. And the third thing, modalities. Last, the PET amyloid and PET tau. These are also available in the Nifty format and the DICOM format. And there are different tracers from PET amyloid and PET tau, but the very early and very common tracer is that the 18F fluoro beta phe, and the second for tau tangle is fluoro tau peer. Basically, these are the two primary tracers. You know that when the people who are injecting the disease or diabetes, they are using different type of combination of the insulin. Similarly, uh, in that case, there are different version and different variety of the biotracers, but the tracer are commonly used for the PET amyloid and PET tau testing. And then we move forward. This is basically the graphical visualization of the first image. Is that you see that the first image of the MRI, and you see that there are different type of angles like axial angle. Axial angle is basically the z-axis angle. This is the very clear angle for the analysis of the brain. You see that there is some white, the white area in the there, and some the left. You see that some cells are shrinkage, diagnosis that the Alzheimer, and the other area, the central area. Similarly, the next picture is your cornal view. Basically, your cornal view is your x-axis view, and the other is lateral view. This is the your y-axis view. The other images are the graded cam, which are used by explanation AI, because these features are not available in common viewer. When we apply some algorithm, some model, the model analysis, and apply the gradient cam and different algorithms, and shaded down the area of the Alzheimer and other things according to your need. The second image is that the fMRI, because the fMRI basically depends on some series of images, and these images are something like the blurry and the negative way. You see that the normal image and the mild cognitive impairment, and last the Alzheimer disease. In case of Alzheimer disease, you see that the central area is very dark, and the central area tissues are normally not in a simple way. And the last diagram is the amyloid PET, normal amyloid negative feature, and you see that the second image is that the normal amyloid positive feature, and the last is Alzheimer disease. Similarly, the tau PET. Uh, when we move forward, that we also make some visualization tool of all the modalities, because this is a basic overview to know how about the image quality and images of the all the modalities. Now I move forward. The second is also a narrow imaging, because these narrow imaging are basically filtered, yeah, yeah, algorithm, some software. You see that basically the image number C, you see that these are the segmentation. Segmentation is also just like the 3D, and if you see that some filtering apply on the brain, different section of the frame, and the different coloring, and every color have some subsymptom or sub representations. And similar that the all the last images, F images, this is basically the functional connectivity of the fMRI. You see that different signaling and different lines and different connections are representing that the connectivity of the brain. Now, this is very important diagram for the visualization point of view and your understanding. You see that when we visualize that, first of all, when we make some model, yeah, visualize, yeah, analysis about some disease, especially our area is Alzheimer. First of all, you select a language, and the three language are basically supported from the statistical analysis: R language, Python, and MATLAB. Why we are using the Python? Why we are not using the R language and MATLAB? The reason is that the Python is very popular language, and where all the AI models, LLM, VLM models, and agentic agents are, all the libraries are in the form of Python, and the connectivity connectors are easily available from the Python. But when we use the R language, the community and the libraries of the R language are basically the some analysis and some other things. But when we you move to the some other ways, like connect your models from some agents, yeah, to latest connectors like MCP, model context protocol, which we are also supported for the agentic flow. The all the codes are in Python. That's why the Python libraries are also integrated with a better way rather than the other language, especially the MATLAB. Because the MATLAB also some people use the MATLAB, but the restriction from MATLAB is that the MATLAB is not using for agentic flow. MATLAB, all the models which are proved in the Python language, you also available the proof in the MATLAB. But when we move forward in advanced level, connectivity levels, then the MATLAB code is not supported that. Now we move forward to the second point. You see that identify your type of visualization. How type of visualization you see? What is your goal? If your goal is that some analysis, then you choose such type of visualization. If your goal is segmentation, then you use the segmentation visualization tool. If goal is just for the interpretation of the graded cam, other thing that you use explanation AI. And similarly, if your goal is for functional connectivity, you use the edging, the and other thing also the streamlining way. Now the next part is third party. Identify your data and file type. As you see that which type of data and which type of things you are doing now. Basically, the very common data thing is Nifty file and DICOM file. But you see that the other files are the Sifty, the Gifty. These are specific type of file. And if you see that in the number 5, free server, many people are use free server. Why people are using the free server? Because the free server is the only server and the community is very strong, which provide the better segmentation. You see that the region and vertex, these things are betterly analysis and betterly done through free server. No other libraries portray such level of higher level of visualization and graphics. And other is treasography. This is other thing. I am not dealing such thing. Now we move forward for the four. Which type of library you are using? Which type of plots? Which type of graphs? And which type of things you are analysis that? So that if you are Python, you have see that different type of Python package. If you are MATLAB, there are different type of MATLAB package. But I highly recommend to the people to use Python because Python is the future. If you move to future things like the personal agents and the other thing, you must know how about the Python. And the fifth thing is the generate the visualization. There are different tools which are generating the visualization. I am also introducing one tool. And the last thing that share your visualization with different your code as open source. And GitHub is the top of the level for open sourcing. Other are available, Figshare and OSF, but I recommended you the GitHub because the lot of code available in the GitHub. Now I move forward, fast forward, and the at the last, the it is in last lecture we also see the slide and discuss that if you are interested in the research, you choose one of your thing. Either you are building the machine learning model, either you building about the data coherence, yeah, either you are building, you are interested from the frameworks, yeah, some review paper. It's just upon you, but it's a it's your interest. And also I suggest that the people which are not too much familiar to the technologies and something programming stuff, they must first of all do something about the comparison of the multiple coherent data sets, and they also work on the systematic review of particular neuroimaging model, because these things are very popular, and these things give you a knowledge about the especially these particular disease and their know-how and which level of research. And the last slide, this is also a repetition slide. These are also research questions. How, which level of research you are doing? Either you are multimodal data combination used for reduction of Alzheimer disease, because I am preparing such question regarding the research perspectives of Alzheimer, and our area is also Alzheimer. That I am not moving from brain tumor and Parkinson. Other brain diseases are also available, but when you are specialized, because the Alzheimer is top ranking disease as compared to brain tumor and Parkinson, because the many communities are also doing on Alzheimer, because Alzheimer is too much complicated and tricky, and day by day different models, different techniques, and lot of papers are available on Alzheimer rather than Parkinson and brain tumor. Because in case of tumor, there is just like a spot which is also detected by. But in case of Alzheimer, you deal from tissues, you deal from brain connectivity, you deal from veins and other things which are complicated rather than a spot, because the spot is also mentioned. The main thing is that different at this level, we also calculated the hippocampus strength, as Sir Ahmad also told you that we calculated that in millimeters. Similarly, it is not a hard science. A dice algorithm is also available, that we apply dice algorithm, and also masking that the size and other things through that. Now, um, um, today I visualize you a software. Uh, the software is also uploaded in the slide and share you the link. The software is basically, I share you the link of the software. The software is also available in our GitHub repo, and also available on the NIRC website. The software name is MRI CrowGL. Basically, this is a visualization software. I extract that, and simply you click on the applications, and after clicking that, you see that the view of the software, and some sample view of the MRI is also available in the MNI 152 a masking format, template format, and you see that there are three views. The last view is a actual view, and this is your corner view, and this is your scattered view. You see that all the views are in your side, and you see that if we move forward and zooming, that you that is available, that zooming. And I upload some other fMRIs from my system MRIs. First of all, I open that some MRIs in. You see that there is an example of file. I open that, and you see that the file is easily open in the then, and you, when you move forward your cursor, you see that different slice view and are changing that. Different slice angle are available on your side. You see that when you move forward, this is beginning slide. Especially in every MI, there are belongs to approximately 200 slices, but the slices goes to 80 below forward. There are better view. You see that the view is not better, and the slide number is also in the coordinates, are also some software also telling you the number also that. And you see that when we move forward, that is Gattel view, and similarly when we move to the other view, different views are available in my screen. And this is basically I also upload the tutorial which supported you how you draw some schema, how you coloring that, how you make a masking, and how you convert it that. You see that there is also a very good tool convert DICOM to Nifty format. Basically, sometime data is available in a DICOM form. When we analyze that some MRIs, fMRIs from downloaded for different platform like Agni, OSIS, and other that. We have the format in DICOM, then we convert the DICOM to Nifty. When we click that, you see that. Similarly, you drag down the folder of the DICOM and your Nifty is convert that. You also select the path. This is basically a, not a tough task. You also select your destination folder and all the things are in next lecture. I also uh, briefly uh, overview about the tool. Some other tool like 3D slicer is also good tool. You as your need, you which you are using that, and you see that there are other things that convert 2D TIFF file to Nifty file. You also have a 2D TIFF images, you also convert that, and you see that different other libraries are integrated, like FSL is also integrated to such tool, and FNI is other library, it's also integrated such tool. Now if somebody have a question, uh,
That's great, Mr. Azam. I'm just going to add something before we take questions. So,
yeah,
guys, take a look at the presentation. Mr. Azam will share this presentation in the group chat, WhatsApp chat as well. Go through the research questions. I know we gave you the research questions last week. So go through them, pick one of them, see what interests you, and start working on it. I suggest next week what we do is once you guys have had a chance to work on some of those research topics, I think next week's session I might not be available, so Mr. Azam will take it on his own because I'll be in Riyadh. I'll try to join in. So I think next week we should focus on what the topics individual students have picked out, and then we can discuss maybe three, four students one by one. We can discuss what they've worked on and what the feedback is. During the week, you can also share some of your progress on those things. So I think that's a good way of moving forward so that we focus on the research stuff as well. As far as this neuro imaging software goes, I think this is very good, very simple, very basic. I think you can download this for those of you who have an interest in this thing. For those who are not interested in this software, you can just simply go straight to the research topics and then pick out what you like. So I know we've got computer science people over here like Abdul Aziz. So he can go and Abdul Aziz, you can go and pick one of the research topics. You might be having more of an interest on the AI side, so maybe you can pick one of those. And then we have neuros. I think we've got a neuro student over here as well. They can just simply go and maybe use the software. So it's a learning curve. It's about picking something that interests you and then researching more into it. And then next week we can discuss one by one. You can send me your progress as well. I will share it with Mr. Azam. And then in next week's session, I think we should focus wholly on what your research preferences are, so that we can move a step forward. Azam, this software is very good. I know you showed us this in the King Saud University training session as
yeah.
well a few months back. I think this is very, very good. Please go ahead.
Okay, now it's the last session. The people who are interested in the Python programming, if you are know about the Python, because today lecture is already too much long. Now I just give you an example of the 4 or 5 line code of example of the Python. First of all, you install the Python, and I also upload the tutorial how to install the Python and how you set the other things. And because I am not wasting the time to such stuff, if somebody have some problem, they put their queries in WhatsApp, and I also share some personal thing if regarding the configuration and other things. But in general, I also upload the tutorial for the. There are a lot of tutorial also available in the YouTube, but I simple tutorial and simple instruction tutorial also upload in our repo. You see that in code we are simply this is the library which are very popular. Two libraries are very popular: ni type and ni bible. Ni bible is a library which are supporting for MRI, fMRI, DTI, pets, and other things. All the imaging things are available in that. And the second library is the basic library of the Python NumPy. Basically, NumPy is used for the calculations for the 3D, first 1D, 2D, 3D, and other data shaping, because all the data are shaped in the form of digits. All the calculations are made in the form of digits. Basically, NumPy supported from the digital form library, like the calculation of the mean, standard deviation, variance, and other things. And the third library is matplotlib. Matplotlib is also used because when you plot a different type of graphs, it is only the best library for plotting of your graph at your customized level. Now the first line is that we just use the NI library and load the image. Our image is available in the data format for in the folder, and you see that I am using the crist t1 nii.gz, because the I also explained that there are two types, ni and nii.gz. gz is compressed file. The loading time and other things are very good. That's why the all the data are uploaded in the form of GS. Similar to that, when you see to go to the GitHub, you see that the many files are available in the zip format, the RR format. Similar to that. Now the second step is that we use the get data method, because get data method is all the data get in the numerical format. And after that, the other library, the function is a find mean the templating of the data. The three lines are basic lines which are used for any loading of your nifty file, your fMRI file, your DTI file, and in case of pet file, the structure is same that. And after that, we plot that, we calculate the mid slice. As I am telling you that the MRI have different type of slides, and I am use the mid level. If I use the mid level, if the MRI have like 250 slided, the mid level is 125. Similarly, that different MRIs have different type of slices. It depends upon the screening of the scanner, how much screening rate is applied for the slicing. And the other thing is that we plot, and you see that the one dot represent the x-axis, the next dot represent the y-axis, and the third dot represent to the z-axis. And I am showing you the z-axis. And after that, I just titling the name of like structure MRI, and axis I am off that axis. You also own the axis. Axis means x-axis and y-axis. I off that and show the plot. And after that, I also calculate that their shape. Shape mean how many pixel their x-axis, how many pixel is y-axis, and how many pixel the image on the z-axis. And the last thing is voxel size. Basically, the voxel size is we are needed when we are plotting a model. We are extracting the feature. The extracting feature are also getting through the voxels. Then now we all the images are calculated in the world. Now I play that. You see that after the play, the image is dead. Now I changing the image. I am getting the image of the other view. I am just extracting that, and I am getting the view of your sagittal view, corner view, a middle slice of the corner view. And I just, you see that uh, it's give you the corner view of the side. Now I am changing the thing. I am changing that for the view of, and I am changing that from for x-axis view, middle slice over x-axis view. And you see that this is our x-axis view. And I also uploaded the code, some 3D code and other code in the. You also explore that if you have some problem. I also upload some other examples because due to the shortage of time, because this lecture is not, I am not focusing more on the programming, because the most of the people are not the programming aptitude. That's why I suggest some people who are not able to interesting in the programming, they are using the MR Cross CL tool for the visualization other purpose. But the people who are making some research work, reaching some other thing, they must know about that, how the images are loaded, and some demo examples are in the next lecture. I also make the example of fMRI, PET, and other tracer that, because these are something complicated and some more line of course, and that's why I am not showing you the things. And you also make a slider for 3D view. I also put example in that, because there is some time taking over the example. That's why I'm now loading that. You also check that, and I also upload some other codes. If somebody have a question regarding the code, yeah, regarding this things, you see that I am using the gray. I am also using the color. I am using the yellow color, and you see that after that I am using the yellowish color. You see that the I think so the yellow map is not smoothing. There are the code colors, different type of colors, and I, because I have not wait a minute, I use the red. No, the coloring is not spotted. There are something other needed from the coloring. That's why there are some map or coloring, and we utilize that. When you study the more matplotlib, they suggest to different type of things and different type of attributes for the now this I think so. If
Thanks, Azam. Yes, Ahmed has a question. So he's asking, he's interested in the application. So he's asking, where can it be found? So it's in the GitHub repository. Azam, if you can please share the repository in the WhatsApp group as well.
yeah, I am also sharing that. Wait a minute, I also sharing in uh, neurology AI. Wait a minute, because the I am not. Repo is not coming. I don't. I am not logging. That's why. Log is out.
Okay. Well, you can sort this out and then send it to us tomorrow. That's okay.
Okay.
But
Okay. Wait a
just
minute.
just
I
just
just.
post it in the WhatsApp group. It should be okay.
I posted that. Wait. Just wait a minute. This is a basic repo. And the other thing is also available because the week two are not uploaded down after the lecture. I upload the link on that. Uh, this is basically the repo link. I also upload the last lecture YouTube. I'll also share the link, and all the code and other things are available in the repo. Like week previous is week 01, and the recent is the week 02. All the files are uploaded in that.
That's perfect. And please put the presentation PowerPoint
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
And
yeah.
perfect, perfect, perfect. Sounds good. So, a good lesson today. It was very good of Audrey to come. And Mr. Azam, I will connect you to her tomorrow or tonight, inshallah. We'll make a WhatsApp group and we'll start our collaboration. Some of the students who wish to collaborate with her, you can do that through us as well. And this is a very good positive collaboration that can really help us and their organization as well. And yeah, that's about it. Before I let you guys go, have a very good weekend. Inshallah, I'm coming to Almaarefa University next week, so we're going to figure out the day, whichever day suits you guys. Thank you, Janan, for your comment. And so I'll come see you guys, and we'll hang out. We'll talk a bit about neuroscience and AI, about our company, what we're doing. Please take lots of pictures during the meet and greet if possible, and we'll post some of those pictures. So we have a internee. I can't pronounce her name properly. Al Khalud, yeah, or Al Khalud. She made a video for us, which was very nice of her, and we posted it on our LinkedIn page. I shared it in the group as well. So if anyone else is interested during our meet and greet, we can make a short video with for you guys, and so on and so forth. So if you have any individual questions, you can just message me individually on WhatsApp, and I'd thank you, Janan, and I'd be happy to answer them tonight. And thank you, Mr. Azam, for your time and for your patience. I know you've had a very busy week because you're getting the presentation and the research paper ready for me for my trip. So thank you for taking out the time for the training session today. And inshallah, see you guys next week. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Bye bye. Khuda Hafiz.